Steve Hellwagon with Bucknuts again. You took this job on May 30th. At that time, Gene Smith and Gordon Gee came out and said that they would not recruit or hire a full-time replacement until after the season is over. Have they given you, in any of the discussions you've had with them, any inclination of the things they're looking for, first of all, for you to be retained as the permanent replacement, and secondly, what the timeline for that decision may be?
That's not something we've talked about. That's not something I'm worried about either. Us as a coaching staff have a plan, and the plan is for the future. And like we said before, we're going to continue to focus on that plan and continue to move this program forward and not worry about things like that.
To the right.
Yeah, Luke, Tim May, Columbus Dispatch again. From your vantage point, is it the responsibility of the coaches and assistant coaches, especially in light of what's gone on, to know what cars guys are driving, to know what new tattoos they have, to know where they're spending their time, and how will you address that, I guess, as you move forward?
Again, I think we're going to continue to look at those things, again, thoroughly, methodically, trying to figure out what best ways we can get better at those things that we do. There are a lot of things that pose different problems or different opportunities, but again, that's going to be something that we're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how we can get better at all those situations.
Front row to the left here.
Lori Schmidt, 97.1 The Fan. Obviously, the actions of the players who have been suspended to this point, the ramifications of those actions have been ratcheted up since the last time we talked to anybody. Have their teammates forgiven them, or is that a process that's still playing out?
You know, there are some things that we probably would keep internally, and that's one of those things that, you know, inside of a family, you know, we ask guys to have respect for one another and help each other out, and that's something that within our family we will handle.
Luke, why'd you wait till today to address the OSU fans?
It's been a unique situation. Obviously, you know that when it has happened, we were preparing for finals, so our kids' minds, the most important thing we had on our mind as an entire staff was our kids. It wasn't quite getting out here, being in front of the media just yet. We wanted to make sure our kids were sound and safe and good going into their finals, as well as we had to prepare for our football camps coming up. This was probably the most opportune time.
We'll stay on the left-hand side here.
Ashley Nelsey, Columbus Wire TV. Coach, I was wondering, a lot has changed since you were a player, whether that's the media, the social media, or anything like that. Can you maybe talk about some of the changes and pressures of being a student athlete in today's current game?
I think that's what we talked about embracing the expectations when you come to Ohio State. There are a lot of things, and we talk about Columbus being unique in its own ways. So we're going to continue, and we've done an unbelievable job at educating our kids, but we obviously are going to continue to educate them on the different things which we would hope that they would understand and communicate to them at where we have maybe slipped up in the past and learn from that and get better.
This will be one final question then from the left.
Over middle is the Columbus Dispatch. Who will call the plays on offense? And do you think Jim Trust's got a very well-known philosophy on offense? Like the ball, defensively, special teams, we all knew where he was coming from. What's your philosophy?
Coach Bowman has been our offensive coordinator here for 10 years now. I don't see anything changing. I know that they do an unbelievable job as a staff over there, making sure that they focus on their talents and using them in the best way possible. And I promise you that they're going to continue to use their talents in the best way. And we have the utmost confidence in Coach Bowman and the entire offensive staff. He has been our offensive coordinator for the last 10 years, and he will continue to call the plays.
The head coach seemed to be the last arbiter in that situation, and sometimes it looked like Arrow Hayes and stuff. Have y'all even addressed the mechanics of how you're going to do that?
There's a fine line between reality and perception again. And in a couple weeks, or in due time, we will lay out our duties and responsibilities. We'll get another coach in here and make sure we communicate with you, Tim, as to what will be like this year. I just want to leave you with one thing. We will have a goal this year to lead the nation in 3 categories: effort, turnovers, and toughness. We believe this will be the formula for success and moving forward and planning for the future here at Ohio State. Thanks.
Thank you.